Hello friends, I am Dr. V.T. Borkar from Navroji Wadia College, Pune. Today I am going to explain chemical safety and security management. This is my alma mater and workplace. Chemical safety is very important. In our home, many chemicals are available. In it, hand wash, floor cleaner, cockroach killer, and nowadays hand sanitizer, etc. etc. All these chemicals we have brought for safety purpose, but if we don't know chemical safety, then those chemicals become unsafe. Let's watch one video how safe chemicals become unsafe. Therefore, chemical safety is very important. In our home, few chemicals are available, but in the chemistry lab, many chemicals are available. Therefore, when we are working in the chemistry lab or any research lab, chemical safety is very important. Following types of people should not be allowed in the chemistry lab: absent minded teachers and absent minded students. There was an absent minded boy. During determination of melting point, he kept the thermometer in an inverted way with its bulb facing upward. Another absent minded girl used concentrated sulfuric acid to wash her hand instead of water. Such students are very dangerous for lab safety. Before entering the lab, the teacher and the students should be present physically as well as mentally. This type of teachers and students are also very dangerous for lab safety. Mentally disturbed teachers and students are a threat to lab safety. Oversmart students think they are scientists and start mixing chemicals in a dangerous way without knowing the chemistry of those chemicals. For example, they add sodium metal to water, resulting in fire and explosion. Therefore, such students are also very dangerous for lab safety. Before entering in the lab, safety agreement should be filled and signed by students, their parents, non-teaching and teaching staff. Safety agreement contains following points: authorized supervision, that is authorized teacher. Non-teaching should not start practical if teacher is unavailable. Understanding of lab activities, know the location and how to operate safety equipment. Wear lab PPE kit, that is personal protective equipment kit. Clear and clean workplace. Check chemical label twice before using. Proper transfer of chemical from one place to another place. Avoid unnecessary movement in the lab. Never test lab materials. Never smell lab material vigorously. Never look directly into test tube and open end of chemical container. No food and drink in the lab. Tie long hair. No loose dress. Report even small accident. If chemical spill, rinse the affected area with plenty of water. Minor skin burns should be placed under cold running water. Addition should be acid to base and not reverse way. That is A to B, acid to base, and not reverse way. proper disposal of waste. Return equipment and chemicals after work finished. Before leaving the lab, make sure gas line and water tap are closed. Clean your workplace and wash your hand using soap before leaving. If doubts about safety, ask supervisor, that is your teacher. Now I am explaining lab safety rules which must be included in the safety agreement. First rule is wear protective clothing, that is PPE kit, personal protective equipment kit. It includes goggles, gloves, lab coat, shoes, etc. Laboratory personnel should not wear sandals in the lab. Teachers, students, lab attendant and lab assistant should wear shoes in the lab. Do not wear jewelry in the lab. If you are wearing gold and going in contact with mercury, it will form gold amalgam. So your golden color gold becomes white. Therefore, in the lab, please do not wear jewelry. Do not wear loose or baggy clothing. Avoid touching objects, for example pencils, cell phones, door handles while wearing gloves. Many people have this habit during thinking, but this is not good habit in the lab. Pencils, labels or any other materials should never be placed in your mouth. Caution must be taken when using gas burners. Be sure gas burners are turned off when finished. Sometimes we are busy in working and burner is on near us. It is dangerous to us. Long hair must be tied back or covered to minimize fire hazard or contamination of experiments. Many people are doing this type of exercise in the lab, but it is not good for health. Do not eat food or drink water in the lab. Do not use lab glassware as food or water containers. Protection of our hands is very important in the lab. Wash hands after every lab work. Handle glassware, sharp tools and heated containers carefully. For electrical safety, unplug electrical equipment after use. Keep all electrical cords and wires away from water. Never touch, taste or smell a chemical unless instructed to do so. Never mix chemicals unless instructed to do so. Keep lids on chemical containers when not in use. Do not take any cultures out of the lab for any reason. All cultures should be handled as potentially pathogenic. Liquid cultures must always be kept in a test tube rack. Many students are naughty. They like horseplay in the lab, but it is not good in the lab. So please do not engage in practical jokes or horseplay in the lab. Keep non-essential books and clothing far away from your work area. Your work area should be clean and clear. Wipe the bench tops down with disinfectant both before you begin your work and after you have completed your work. Dispose of waste products according to instructions. Waste solvent should not be poured in the basin. It should be collected in the separate can. That can we can give to the distillation plant. After distillation, we can again use the solvent. This way, we can avoid water pollution as well as wastage of solvent. Report all accidents, no matter how minor, to your supervisor, to your teacher. These are lab safety rules. All these rules must be included in the safety agreement, and that safety agreement must be signed by teachers, lab attendant, lab assistant, students and their parents before entering in the lab. This is the sample of safety agreement. ACS, American Chemical Society, is following this safety agreement. All safety rules are involved in this safety agreement. Students and their parents are reading all these rules and then signing this agreement. Without this safety agreement, students are not allowed in the lab. Therefore, this safety agreement is very important. This type of agreement should be in all labs. So this is about safety agreement. Thanks.